You underestimated greatly. Most number ones ever. How long did it really take me? The part I love most is they need me more than they hate me, so they never.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Jay Rich. You're now tuned back into DeCypher. Okay? First thing we gotta talk about, get all these sports topics out the way. Things we got Jim Irsay. If y'all know who Jim Irsay is the president and the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, which is a football team. He just got popped for having cocaine, DWI, driving while under the influence, and had about $500,000 of cash in his car. NFL basically just gave him 6-game suspension and $500,000 fine out of his money. Now granted, $500,000 to a millionaire might seem like nothing, but still seems like money to me. And a 6-game suspension, now I don't really see the point of this. He owns a team, that doesn't really affect the team in any type of way. They probably should have done is probably fine the team $5,000, you know, maybe take away a draft pick, like a late 7th round pick, something like that, do something. Because it's kind of crazy. You got Josh Gordon, which we'll get to later. Josh Gordon gets suspended for a year for smoking weed. And you also getting, you know, Ray Rice hitting women, getting 2 games. It kind of seemed like an influx and everything like that, but shout out to that. And speaking of the NFL, gotta make the NFL picks for this coming year. And pretty much, you know, a lot of teams I think are going to change all this other good stuff, but pretty much this year, I'm going to have the New England Patriots coming out of the AFC. Now the NFC, I got the New Orleans Saints. I got Drew Brees, the New Orleans Saints winning their 2nd Super Bowl in about 5 years. So that's my pick. Hopefully that will turn out well. And also, last thing about sports, we got Michael Sam now. Of course, y'all know who Michael Sam is. And pretty much he got cut by the Rams. Now he's on the Dallas Cowboys. I kind of think it's kind of funny how there's mad influx with him. Anytime something bad happens to Michael Sam, we want to blame on the fact that he's gay. And anytime good happens to Michael Sam, we want to blame it on that the NFL's changing. Like, which one y'all want it to be? Is the fact that he's gay and the NFL's bigoted and, you know, you don't want a gay player in the NFL? Or is it the other way where the NFL is full of change? If the man can play, the man can play. I personally think it'd be cool if we don't give a fuck that he's gay. That would be great if he could just go out, make plays. If he doesn't make plays, he gets cut. 250 people every single year or more get cut from the NFL, okay? If he makes the team, makes the team. If he doesn't, he doesn't. All right, now, speaking of going back to Josh Gordon, if y'all didn't know or remember, Josh Gordon got suspended for the NFL for a year for smoking weed 3 different times. 4 times he got the time in college. Now, if I'm a guy who got popped for the NFL smoking weed, what's the first job I'm gonna think about doing? I got tattoos, I'm working my neck, probably didn't graduate college, so I'm gonna work at Goodwill. That's actually where Josh Gordon is working at. He's now working at the Goodwill in Ohio. I want everyone to really realize that could be you if you have that type of opportunity, how it could go away from doing some type of stupid shit like that, okay? The man had potentially could make millions of dollars. He's under contract. He'll probably get out of the contract in 2 years. To now working at Goodwill. So you're uneducated, you're tattooed, you're branded. Cops probably gonna pull him over, and he probably gonna be mad scared. He might get popped again. I'll hope and pray that he doesn't get popped, because next year I need him on my fantasy team. But really, how dumb can you be? I hope we all literally go to his Twitter page and harass the shit out of him and ask him, can I get some free tires or some discounts? Because that's the only thing he provides. All right, next time we gotta talk about hip-hop, pop culture. Now, if y'all don't know, Young Jeezy, aka Jeezy, just dropped his album called Seen It All with Def Jam. Personally feel like it's one of the best albums of the year. Make sure y'all go check that out. Jay-Z and other different artists are on it. Def Jam supported. It's one of the best things to look out for this year. Next thing, we gotta talk about the Love and Hip Hop reunion or clash, whatever the hell they want to talk about or condone that. I think it's kind of funny. If you guys watched it, you got Stevie J and his bodyguard or whatever that man thing is attacking Benzino and his whore, whatever, attacking each other. And right after the whole fight, scaffold, whatever, Love and Hip Hop comes out and says we don't condone any of the violence that, you know, y'all saw on the show today, which is funny because the whole reason anybody watches the show is for the violence, for people turning up and fighting, throwing bottles. However, you don't condone it. Shut the hell up. Like, did anyone else see this shit? And then in the promotion for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, they talking about the devil in the Angel City or some crap like that, man. And literally, like, when is the youth of America gonna wake up and realize this isn't real life? Y'all really don't have to act like this, man. Alright, and last topic for the hip-hop section, you go talk about the beef between 50 and Floyd. Now, I ain't really gonna get into particulars about it, but basically, Floyd can't read. And 50 just basically pointed that out to the world. I don't know where this friendship or whatever the hell they want to call it is gonna go from this, but hopefully don't get too serious. What they need to do is they need to make 50 and Floyd fight each other. That would make boxing look real good. And lastly, gotta talk about these new photos. Now, if you guys have been under a rock, you got people like Jennifer Lawrence and Ariana Grande all having nude pictures of themselves. Check out the Jennifer Lawrence ones. And basically you had pictures of the phone got hacked and all this good stuff. My personal thing is, what y'all bitching about? You wanted someone to see them and you put it on your phone. If you didn't want the world to see nude pictures, don't put them on your phone. Okay? I don't really understand what's the whole problem here. Don't put them on your phone. You wouldn't have any problems to deal with. But that's how we're gonna do it in Popness. Of course, not least, got Cue to Greatness to talk about. Basically, the Cue to Greatness for this week is simple. If you don't try to achieve your goals, you will always fail at life. This is Jay Rich. I'm out. DeCypher.